Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Today we'll be making South African pap, South African dish. And I'm going to be making my pap using the super maize meal. My steak. This is the steak. This is how it looks like. My steak, my soft chicken. Then the side is going to be going with my spinach. I'm going to make spinach. Then I'm going to be making chakalaka with my carrots, my baked beans, and my bell peppers, onion, and my red pepper. These are the spices that I'm going to be using to marinate the meat. I'm going to be using 6 guns. I'm going to be using this chicken spice, and I'm going to also use this spice from the spice factory. Then this beef stock, I'm going to be using it for my chakalaka and for my spinach. So let's get started. Okay, right now I'm going to be seasoning my meat with those spices. I have to season this chicken bit by bit so the spices can go into the chicken properly. And as you can see, I had to put a little bit of cut so the spices can go into the chicken properly. So me doing it like this, it's going to let the spices go into the chicken properly for brining. And when the chicken is properly brined, all the spices will be inside the chicken. Then I'm going to add a little bit of oil, then set aside for it to marinate. Then for the other meats, I'm going to spice them together. I'm spicing them together because these spices have salts in them. So me spicing it one after the other is going to make the meat spicy. Yeah, let's dig in. I'm scraping my carrots that I'm going to be using for the chakalaka. So after scraping it, I'll wash and grate. The actual thing is for you to grate it, but if you have a food processor, it's going to make it easier and faster. But be careful so you don't grate your hands together with it. Set aside a little bit of oil on the pot because remember carrot has its own oil. I'm not going to use all the onion because I still have to do the spinach separately. So you saute your onion in your heated oil, then add all your sliced veggies. Wow, the color is so nice. I allowed it to cook for a while. Then added my beef stock, a little bit of curry powder, and stir. Even the beef stock has salt in it, so I don't want to over salt my food. So I'm going to just add a little bit of salt later, probably after tasting. So I just have to add my carrots, stir properly so all the ingredients and the veggies will be together with it. Then I'll cover it to cook. While it's cooking, I'll go out and start my braai. So I'm using a gas brine outside. The gas brine is on. So I just have to put my meat and put it on a low heat because I want the meat and the chicken to cook properly. Yeah, just put. Then the chicken, because of the space, I have to put the chicken on top so that while the meat is brine, the chicken will be cooking on its own. Yeah, the carrot is cooked. So I've added my baked beans, the one in the can. It's very nice like this. So I'm going to just allow the beans to cook a little bit. Then my chakalaka is ready. Let's dig into the spinach. The spinach is just a simple spinach. That's just how simple I'm going to make it. With the onion, with my veggies. Allow it to cook a little bit. Then add my spinach to it. So I've added the spinach. I covered it for a while to cook. Then the cooking continues. I've covered it. The spinach is ready. And here is my meat outside. The steak is ready, but the chicken is not fully ready, because when I checked, it was not cooked properly inside of it. So I have to just use my kitchen scissors to cut it bit by bit to allow the chicken cook properly inside. You see how nice the meat came out, and it tastes so nice. But the chicken is still long. It still has a very long way to go. Yeah, I'll still allow it to cook. Then my pap, I'm using just 1 cup of pap. Here in South Africa, they call it pap. It's actually maize meal. So I will mix it properly on a low heat. Normal South Africans don't cook their pap like this, but this is how I know how to cook mine. I make it in the way I make my other swallow, like the amala, the plantain flour, or the poundo yam. So I just have to scoop. I just have to turn to make sure that there is no lumps inside. I'll make sure there is no lumps inside before I will add water to it and let it cook properly. Because if it's not cooked, it doesn't look nice and it doesn't really come together properly. Even you feel the taste from it. So I added enough water and covered it for it to cook properly. I even added more water, because on a normal, I have to just turn it with the pap for it to be watery, then allow it to cook up to 10 to 15 minutes before adding a little bit of more pap to make it strong. But my own pattern of cooking is different. You see how it looks like when it's cooked with the water. And point of correction, this pap, you don't need to make it to be hard. You need to make it to be strong, because here in this part of the world, they make it to be soft because they chew it and they don't swallow. So I just added just small for it to be a little bit thick. But I think this texture is fine. You see how nice it is? Because I also allowed it to cook. Even now, I'm going to put it on a low heat for it to cook properly. Again, to cook more before I turn my heat off. But as you can see, you see the way it looks, the way it's coming up. Ooh, it's so hot. Yeah, you turn. I actually left it for like another 5 minutes to make it cook more before turning off my heat. Just keep on turning, because if you leave it, it's going to get burnt on the fire. Yeah, it will get burnt. So I'll cover, come back, turn. You see the way the down of the pot is. After removing this pap, and you scrape the down of the pot to just chew it. Yo, it's so nice. So nice. I actually learned that style from a friend. That after removing your pap from the pot, you scrape the down of the pot and just chew it like that. Yeah. My pap is ready. Let me go check on the chicken and see. Yeah. You see, oh, in fact, even the color of the chicken is wow. The taste of this chicken, the taste of the braai meat with this pap is going to be wow. But first of all, the taste of the chicken is wow. And it's properly cooked now that I cut it into pieces. Yeah, my meat is ready. Let's go dish out. Oh, this meat, the way we ate it, even the kids, they loved it so much, and they were happy that mommy was making South African dish for lunch. Come, let's eat. Food is ready. Oh, so nice. This was the amount of food that I dished up for one person. And yeah, I'm done eating. Thank you so much for watching.